weapons using warp field technology. The reason why Trump is not afraid about what may or may happen to our troops or our fleets in Iran right now is that Trump literally has an ace up his sleeve. He has his proverbial Trump card.
Yeah.
They have the ability, even though they haven't told Elon Musk this, they're using Elon's Starship as a cover program because they already have point-to-point technology already perfected that deals with warp drive technology.
Wow.
And if anyone knew what I know, this is where those scientists became a liability. Amy being one of them. And General McCaslin became another one more recently, and even including Mark and Billy Rose. It's not so much that the technology is out there as how much money it would take to perfect it. We're not talking millions, people. I'm not going to get into the minutia or specifics on how much it would cost. But in some projects, proof of concepts, you can build a working warp drive anti-gravity system for under $10,000.
Holy smokes. Wow.
Now, you work, Michael, in intelligence, right?
Oh, yeah.
You tell me this. If your enemies knew that they could build a point-to-point transport system like the TR-3B, Black Manta, and develop it as a payload weapons delivery system, where you can flash in, drop your payload, boom, and then flash out again.
Yeah.
That gives you what? First strike capability.
Yes.
They already have that. They've had it for at least.
I've seen this. I remote viewed this, that they came in like you're talking about and dropped a nuke on Israel and then flashed back out. So, and I think that one thing that's happening right now is because Trump got involved, they're about to do that, and that's why we hit Iran.
Well, see, here's the particular problem. The Israeli government and the Mossad has enough intelligence that they know how much these systems would cost to develop. You can do anything on a shoestring budget using and reconfiguring existing technology to work in the way that you would want it to work. It doesn't have to cost a hell of a lot of money.
Yeah.
But if your enemies can acquire this technology for on cheap, that becomes a security threat.
Absolutely.
And Iran, I'm going to give you a bit of news. Iran is a part of the BRICS nations, including Russia and China, India, and Brazil.
Right.
They have a mutual security compact with their member nations. And Iran is the I in BRICS. Iran is a part of that. What a lot of the United States government is not telling the people right now is because of that mutual security compact. Russia and China are feeding weapons technology to Iran for their defense. Russia and China both already have anti-gravity technology in one form or another.
I bet, yeah.
If Iran acquires that technology, it's game over for Israel. They know that. And what they're going to do is that they're going to eliminate any potential threat that could either intentionally or accidentally feed Iran, even through their hacker organizations, technical intelligence to build these devices. These devices are far more security sensitive than even the atomic bomb.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And wow, Paul, I think you've gotten down to the root of all this, because we're hashing it out. Why this, why that, who's in control here? But I think we're hitting on it. I would say those guys that are involved in these programs to take these people out, he's got to, because a lot of these guys, I can tell you, when I was involved in these programs, you don't ask questions. You just do. And if you ask questions, that's going to get you exposed and get you taken out of the program or something worse. So I would say that some of these people that are involved in these programs, they need to really start to maybe get involved in turning that around, where you're going in and just carte blanche because you're told to either kill somebody or stop out a organization or a group or something like that because you're told to. We got to get away from that. We're not in that world anymore. So we have to get to the point where we stop all that stuff out.
Oh, I'm in 120% agreement with you, or 200%. The issue is, what we're looking at is that they are hiring. My father was in the Phoenix operation in Vietnam. They only hired people, the CIA did, for Phoenix, who were, I'm sorry to tell, the psychopathic or sociopathic, who had no issues in killing.
Yeah.
And
to people's defense that, we're involved in that, guys, it's some people just aren't, I just want to be a psychopath. It's they're trained to be that as children, and then they come up in these systems and they're recognized. They're like, okay, go get him. We've trained him since he's a little boy to be, or a little girl, whatever, to be psychopathic, and let's activate it and put him in. So that's what happens, unfortunately. We've exposed this for a long time. These programs that go after children, and it's part of families. Families are like, okay, we're gonna sexually abuse, whatever, our children, and they're gonna get compartmentalized in their minds, and then from that we can start to make them geniuses and all kind of crazy stuff, and then send them out to do all this crazy stuff for us.
Well, and look at what's happening with child trafficking and all right now.
Yeah.
And especially, and I hope you don't mind me segueing into this. I know that a lot of teen influencers and all are being groomed into going into trafficking later on in their lives. Sure. And I'm a grandpa now, thank goodness. And I've got a grandson who's now 14 or 15 years old now.
Wow.
And I would kill anyone who would try to bring him or threaten to bring him into trafficking. And that happened before. He and his brothers. So and a lot of these companies are involved in that. And we're even talking about corporations dealing in the military industrial side. And we need to find a way to bring back our humanity.
Yeah. Yes.
And children, unfortunately, are being groomed. Like my father, he was beat on as a child. He was excessively abused by his father and his siblings to a point where it basically fractured his psyche.
Yeah.
And that's why they could hire him and put him, and also he was an expert marksman in the Marines. So they could hire him, and he had no conscience. But the issue is, we need to find a way to bring back our humanity. For all those who are working in either private intelligence organizations who are listening to this, and I know that they're there, and in U.S. intelligence government, whether it be military or CIA, I'm going to bring this up to you. Go against your programming.
Yes.
Become one with peace and love. Do not do what you're told to do. The money's not that good, and when you die, you're not going to take that money and property with you when you go. Try to do something that's more positive for humanity. Here's the issue. We're in a dark place right now in our country. They tried to kill the president 3 times already, maybe more. I've heard that there may have been 2 more opportunities to have killed Donald Trump that were thwarted successfully at that point.
Right.
What we need to do is stop the rhetoric and start learning to work with one another. We can defeat what is going on. Number 1, for all of you who may be working on classified projects who are afraid for your life or lives, I want you to do one thing. Don't think that you're going to die or that they're going to kill you, number 1. Do not project that. Be positive and say, despite what they do, I'm going to be protected. But also be very proactive in your own protection. If you can buy a gun or a weapon, have one. Don't necessarily use it if you don't have to, but have it just in case and get some training on firing the weapon. But we need to stand together. We need to stop this from going on, but we have to be a unified front. That means everybody. That means everybody that your audience knows. You need to get them out there to talk to their friends, family, and generate a united front. What one can't do, many can. One person can't build a bridge, but a whole team can. One can't bring peace alone. You have to have friends and assets to work with you towards that. But you have to protect one another. Because it's obvious, in my opinion, after watching everything I have from behind the scenes, that we're not going to be protected by our government and our elected officials. They are only out for themselves. They are not out to protect any of us. So we must unify and protect ourselves.
Yeah. We do have, like we talked about earlier, some cases, a couple cases. We have Representative Burchett, Tim Burchett. He's launching the UAP caucus, and Anna Luna Paulina. So we got a couple out there that seem to be in the right place. But yeah, you're right for the most part, and we need to support them. We need to get behind them. What they're doing.
Agree.
And that'll show all, like we're talking about, that'll show all the other people, hey, they got support, they got people behind them. Maybe we can reveal now. And I can tell everybody that the reason why I was able to really come out, because every time I would say something on Facebook, I would get destroyed by the deep state and almost killed.
Yeah.
But when Donald Trump came in was when it became open for us to start to reveal. And so this is what we need to do, like we're talking about, right? You're talking about this, and I've been talking about this for a long time too. You're doing a really, really good job, Paul, of talking about this. We have to work together, and we have to reveal and support those that are revealing. If we don't, we're doomed. We're absolutely doomed. And those people that are, that do come out and reveal, we have to support them. Like, these people that are getting, whacked out there. And who's this one guy, Jeremy Rise, you're talking about in your other video?
He does the podcast called The Alien Scientist. Now, Jeremy, I know him, and I love the guy to death. I'm going to tell you, I think he's got a really good heart, and his heart's in the right place.
Good.
But unfortunately, he's with the wrong person. He's associated with that, and I've told Jeremy that. And Jeremy, and here's another real funny thing about Jeremy Rice. Jeremy was on an episode of Man vs. Food. One of the early episodes where what's his name, went into a bar to do a food challenge. And he talked to Jeremy in the background. Jeremy was filmed then. But Jeremy did the Alien Scientist podcast. And overall, he's a good guy. It's just that his association with Mark Sokol, Mark basically is the money man for Jeremy, and Mark has got Jeremy by the short hairs. So Jeremy does whatever Mark tells him to do. And like I said, I like Jeremy. I think he's a good guy. But Jeremy, unfortunately, is compromised because of Mark. Bottom line. It's not that I think he means well. He's got a good heart. But he doesn't want to bite the hand that feeds him, so to speak. And Mark is supplying money. And I tried to ask him one time years ago, where's Mark getting all the money? He goes, I can't say. We've signed non-disclosure agreements.
And this is another thing that, guys are like, getting the money. I can say, when I worked for the CIA, I made a lot of money, and it was tough to like walk away from that money. But it just got to me that I could see the evil stuff that was going on in the background. I just could not do it anymore. Could support it anymore. So sometimes you have to walk away, and you'll survive. I've survived, and I've actually thrived at this point. So there is opportunity for us, but you're gonna have to like walk away from this evil, guys. If you're involved in evil, and we're talking to those people that are involved in evil, and they know they're involved in evil, they need to walk away. They need to either reveal it. Be careful how you reveal it, because if you reveal too early, too much, you're going to get taken out. So there's definitely ways that we can destroy the system. But we have to work together. And so one other guy you mentioned in your video, I'm gonna show a little bit of that video here in a second. Is Dr. John Brandenburg, Mars and the Space Program. Tell us a little bit about this guy.
Well, he's a plasma physicist who worked for Lawrence Livermore Lab, Los Alamos, Orbitech at one time, and is now currently, and also Morningstar Applied Physics, and then with Kepler Aerospace. And he's working on generating a reactor design, but I'm not going to go into any detail with that, because I'm not going to give away the proprietary information that John's working on. I'm not going to reveal that to anyone. But John was also on several episodes of Ancient Aliens as well.
Yeah.
He came up with the theory about how Mars died. And it was from a bombardment of thermonuclear devices that were the size of the Empire State Building, that were dropped on Mars. One at Cydonia, and there was another one further south that caused a chain reaction in Mars's atmosphere that destroyed Mars and its ability to sustain life on Mars. And Mark knows what he was good friends with Amy Eskridge himself.
Wow.
He had spoken to her, and he was one of the ones who told me that they believe that Mark Sokol was involved in Amy's death. Not only him, but Brent Nelson, his boss at Kepler,